have Steph Jarvis, and she is a financial representative with Modern Woodmen. She's been in business for 3 years, helping families, individuals, and small business owners plan for and secure their futures. And she makes adulting fun. So let's talk about that. What led you into this business, Steph?
I was a member with Modern Woodmen, so I had my life insurance and financial planning through them. I was meeting with my rep, and he said, who do you know who'd be good at this? So it was kind of just a opportunity that came up. I, at the time, was a dental hygienist for 15 years and had been running a direct sales business on the side for about 14 years. So I had 2 different worlds that I was running. And when he asked me, this was just an intriguing opportunity. I researched it. There's not a lot of female financial advisors out there. So I was intrigued by that opportunity to serve in the direct sales world. I had a lot of women business owners that I worked with, and I could see this as an opportunity of a way to help and serve them in a different capacity, maybe more impactful than where I was at the time. So it was also a way to kind of take both of those skill sets of the dental office and making people feel comfortable and being in the sales world and kind of blending those 2 rabbits that I was chasing and turn it into one career that I could focus on and have a little bit more ease and focusing that way. So
awesome. So why do you think there isn't so many women involved in financial planning? You would think that there would be more. I wouldn't assume that it's kind of uneven in that world.
It's just the way it's been. I think the average financial rep currently is like a 59 or 55-year-old white male. So it's just been the industry standard that we have a lot of male financial advisors. And I think when I was a little girl, I was, told to be a helper, which to me translated to being a nurse or a teacher or something like that. I went to school to be a nurse and then took the curve of a dental hygienist, so kind of that same helper role. It didn't occur to me that I was good at math and business until I was in business and doing math. I've always liked it, but I just didn't go that route for encouragement and things like that. My brother was the math and science and engineer guy, and so I don't know if it was just society ways or just how I was raised. And I think that translates to a lot of people for financial planning. It's changing. We're slowly changing that dynamic and that paradigm a little bit. One of the goals I had when I started was I wanted to be a managing partner so that I could help hire other females and other demographics that aren't seen as much in the financial planning world to help kind of make that more accessible for other people. So I don't know why that is exactly, but probably like most things, it's just not a career that women have been shown to pursue.
Yeah, no, that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
So what are your skills that you have, the unique part of your skills that have made you successful with this business?
I think just compassion and understanding with working with people. I've had a lot of different life experiences and had opportunities to be in business, fail at business, make money, not make money, have my husband stop working, being a stay-at-home mom. So just life experiences that have made me a little bit more compassionate and understanding of people and where they might be in their situation. My goal is always to be really accessible. I don't want to be someone who's telling you what to do and talking down to you. Your visit with your financial advisor should be a conversation and not like a condescending, like you should do this type of situation. You shouldn't be feeling like you're going to the principal's office. So.
No, because you're handing over all kinds of private, personal information to could be a total stranger. And
right.
That's really, I don't know, you could be super uncomfortable, especially if you're already ashamed of your finances and you're like, here, help me,
Yeah. So I think having that understanding is a huge asset for clients. Other skill sets is I'm a perpetual learner. So trying to always improve my skills, having increased knowledge about estate planning and business planning, and just really being a specialist in how can we use life insurance as a planning aspect, and just those different niches that appear in financial advisors world. I think your advisor is never going to know everything, but if we're willing to research and find it out, that's the kind of advisor you want. And again, that trust is so important. There's been studies that show the trust you have with your advisor is far more important than those returns you're getting in your account. So that's an interesting study.
Well, it's a believable study because, I mean, you're handing over your finances to this person to help you build a portfolio, and hopefully they're doing good for you.
Right. And if you trust them, you're going to reach out to them more and have that interaction with them more, have more of a conversation. Hopefully they're more accessible. And so that trust piece is huge.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your favorite memory related to the business?
It's a good question. I think currently my favorite memory is it's a hard one actually, but it's a good one, and it's being able to help a widow who lost her husband at an early, unexpected age, and being able to process her death claim. And it was something where the coroner took a long time to get the autopsy back. So we were waiting like 90 plus days for that death certificate. But as soon as I had that in my hand, we overnighted it to home office, and they got the money to her account in 2 days. So our part of that promise that we had made was delivered in such a quick time frame that really just reinstilled why I work for Modern Woodmen and what the promises we are that we're selling. You know, when you buy life insurance for your family, you're buying peace of mind, and it's an intangible, it's a promise. And so you hope that you're going to see that peace of mind if you ever need it. Hopefully you never have to engage with that. We never really want to use that promise that we're buying, but to be able to deliver on those promises that were made was really just huge. So
Yeah, that's a super stressful time that nobody wants to deal with, and nobody ever really thinks it's one of those that it won't happen to me type, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me a common myth. I'm sure you have tons of myths in your industry. Give me one and debunk it.
Okay. A common myth is that you have to have a certain level of assets to meet with a financial advisor. I've read books or seen things saying that you have to have $100,000 or $30,000 or whatever number it is that you put out there before you can talk to a financial advisor. And you should talk to a financial advisor with any asset level. Even if you don't have any assets and you have debt, you should be talking to a financial advisor. Even if you have $25 a month to invest, you can start small. And maybe that looks like putting it into a small savings fixed account at the time so you can build to where you want to get to the marketplace. But there's no reason you have to have that threshold of assets before you meet with a financial advisor.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about right now and everything that's going on. What have you seen? Are there any tips that you can give people right now to help them through everything? Because it's really, woo.
Yeah, it's up, down, and all around right now. So the market's volatile. We know it can be volatile when we buy into it. We know that it's the potential to be up and down. We've just seen record lows in the last month, so that's interesting. You know, it's lower than it has been since 1987, I think I read last week. So, and that can change daily. It's very fun and interesting and a little stressful when you have people's assets under management. But the thing to know is, like, if you're not in retirement, you're not going to retirement in the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to be fine. These things turn around and it's part of the process. I always say that the stock market is like a roller coaster. And as long as we don't take off our seatbelt and jump off, we're going to live through it. So, you know, if we're in our 30s, 40s, and even early 50s, we have time to ride this out. It may not recover next week or next month, but within 18 months to 2 years, we're not going to remember it, and so it'll be just a blip on the radar. It's a paper loss. So try to remember that when you're looking at your accounts, or maybe don't look at your accounts for a few months because it's going to be okay.
Right? They're going to look really scary right now.
Yeah.
Unless you want to break into the market, now is a good time to contact you, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing, is if you have cash sitting around and you want to start, everything's on clearance. So it's a good time to buy if you're looking to do something with that cash, or if you have a little lump sum, even if it's $250, you could start getting into a marketplace fund and you know, buy while it's low. So there's lots of options for taking advantage of it. There's always an opportunity to those cons that happen.
Yeah. So if you could be in my shoes and ask yourself any question that you want to let the viewers know, what would it be?
That's a good question. I think you've covered most of the main things. I think debunking the myths. I guess people often ask, what is a fraternal financial, and how does that vary from like a regular like mutual group or whatever? And so Modern Woodmen being fraternal financial means that we're not for profit. We don't have stockholders, so we always work in the best benefit of our members, trying to do what's best for them. Our members benefit by having member perks, so they can have social, educational events that we host for them. We pay for them to come to the movies when we get to go to the movies normally. We help to support local businesses by having, you know, dinners that are paid for by our members at those different restaurants or whatever. We do matching funds and service projects for local community. Last year, we raised about $700,000 in our region. So if you're going to be investing or buying life insurance from a company, it's nice to know that there's some out there that are benefiting your community as well. So that's a huge difference, and something that's important to note.
Yeah. So how can the viewers right now support you during this time?
If they would like to have a second opinion on their life insurance, I'd love to do a second analysis for them and make sure they understand what they're paying for. If they haven't heard from their advisor, they should. And I would love to just give them a free look at what their funds are at and make sure that they're allocated in the correct way. So if they want to support me, they can reach out and I can help support them and help them build those financial goals.
Awesome. Well, how can they reach out? Do you have a website, Facebook page, phone number?
All of the things. So they can call and text me, and we're sure to put a link to all this on the thing. But I have a website where you can put in a little form and request information. I have a Facebook, Modern Woodmen, Facebook page with Stephanie Jarvis, and email is fine too. So however is best for them, they can reach out and I will get right back to them.
Perfect. So the famous question, what's your favorite thing in the Treasure Valley?
Favorite thing in the Treasure Valley?
It's so hard to pick from. We have so much.
Which category do we want to go with? Do you want to go with food or outdoorsy or
any of the above? Go with food. We haven't had somebody, well, we did have somebody mention an ice cream shop, but go with food.
Ice cream is always really good.
Yeah.
I actually love just that we have so many small local businesses to support. I have a lot of favorite restaurants that we love to go to and go out to support. I guess one of my favorites is the Edge Brewery. They have awesome food, and my favorite thing there is the peanut butter bacon burger, which sounds really gross. And like someone was very creative when they came up with it, but it tastes delicious actually. So the peanut butter sauce with the dill pickle they put on there sounds absolutely disgusting, but it is amazing and it's worth trying. So
that's
go pick that up now, and eventually you could probably go into the dining room and order it.
Sounds like something that a pregnant woman came up with and said,
right, exactly. Somebody who was smoking some opium or was pregnant or something. So
I love that. So is there anything else that you want to add to the viewers that you can think of? Or?
No, I can't think of anything else.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. It was very helpful that you kind of rearranged for me. And I do.
Yeah, no problem. I hope that you feel better soon.
I know. I don't know what the gross thing is, but whatever it is, I don't want it.
Yeah, it'll go away. You have no fevers and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, no fevers. No, I'm just like blood with this cough and sore throat, and so.
Yeah, we had that a couple of weeks ago, and it was, it's alarming because you don't want to have any of the virus stuff that's going around, but it's just probably seasonal allergies or something else. So.
That's what I'm leaning towards. I mean, I have an essential worker who's still out in the world doing his job, but it's still like, so if I'm getting it, it's your fault.
Right. That's true.
You're in trouble.
Well, thank you for all that you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing to help small businesses.
Yeah, I appreciate you being brave and getting online and in the front of the video and all that, because I know that's a big reason people aren't coming on us because they're afraid of video. So
yeah.
Thanks for being brave.
Yeah, no problem. Unfortunately, this is probably what we look like. So.
Right? I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So
yeah,
awesome.
Exactly.
All right. Well, have a great weekend. Thank you
for
the opportunity.
Okay, of course, anytime. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.